remember my first day at the Bruin. I remember walking in, being just sort of terrified, and asking for Sarah Taylor, who was my assistant at the time, and saying, "Hi, is Sarah here?" And someone just sort of turned around to me and was like, "Well, do you work here?"
Intern training, Marlene, 4 Saturdays, painful. That's all I remember.
I think news would be like the studious but undercover partiers. You know those kids that you always thought were really good because they're like so studious, but then they're like get gnarly sometimes.
They're like the guys club, you know. They're gonna join the fraternities later on in life. Even though I think only like one of them is in a fraternity, maybe 2, I don't know. But yeah, that's what sports would be.
A&E is like the theater people, the drama club, and artistic people.
Photo would probably be the cheerleaders, because they're cute. They are actually the hottest section. I don't know if you know.
Viewpoint would be the opinionated people that always talk over you.
Design, DBTV, and online are probably the only sections that are relatively normal and like actually cool. Like they're cool people. Like you can have a conversation with them. They like have a social life. They are pretty laid back people. They're very intelligent. Like I've never had an awkward moment with anyone from any of those sections.
Copy is like the ones that know all the rules. They're like, nope, that's not the right thing to do. Like, no, that's not AP style.
I realized that it took over my life when I literally spent 1 week in the office straight, pretty much, going home for maybe 2 hours at a time to take a shower. Yeah, you need those, right?
I think when I got shingles last quarter from not sleeping so much, and I realized it was because I'd been living in the office, that was a moment. Or when I go and hang out with people, it's mostly always DB people because I spend so much time with them. It's like a family of friends. It's really touching.
Probably when I would go start writing a paper, and I would type in my name in the top right-hand corner, and I would then start typing /Daily Bruin staff after the name without thinking about it. I would just do it.
One thing I don't like about interns.
I don't like how they break our cameras.
Sometimes they're like overeager and then they'll like jump on you like freaking rabid dogs or something.
I just I can see their nervousness, you know, and how they're not being themselves, and I feel like that's how everyone starts. It's just the office is so intimidating for some reason, and I just kind of want to shake them and be like, you know, calm down.
This sounds horrible. I don't like their persistent questions because the questions they ask me seem so obvious to me, and so when they keep asking them, I feel like they should know, but they shouldn't, and so I'm just a mean-hearted person inside.
I think interns are great, and I think that if I could go back and do one thing different, would be I would be much more involved with the interns because I think they're probably the most important part of the paper.
I don't know, I like teaching them. I like being able to help them feel part of a community and also learning from them and learning right along with them sometimes.
Well, they have meal swipes. I've never actually asked one to get me coffee, but I feel like if I did, they would, so that's kind of cool.
I was in the office for a late run one night. I was the only one there, and something really weird happened on my computer. And I was playing Jetman, but there were no obstacles. The bar things were gone. So I was just sitting there for a really long time doing it. And now my Jetman high score is really high. It's 12,000 million or something like that. And but I'm kind of ashamed of it, so I don't play Jetman anymore because I feel like I cheated.
Okay, sometimes photo, you know, we have late nights and stuff like that. We like to come in the office and drink. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, so we had some beer in there, you know what I mean? And when Saba's not looking, we take some sips, yeah. That's how we get down. We get crunk, drunk, and Daily Bruin. We do the production.
I saw someone knock over a giant cooler full of water and flood part of the office. And people think that I did it because the person who did it looked like me, but I heard that it was someone else. It was me.
I remember I was here late one night for production. I went to the bathroom at 11:30 or 12 or something, and I definitely checked to see if there were feet under the door.
if you're ever in here late at night with John, he'll just be out of his mind. So that's always a little scary.
I go out the front door sometimes to go to the bathroom, and there's a guy standing there. It's been the same guy like 2 or 3 times. Probably should have called someone about that, but I didn't. But he's like, "Hey, I used to work here. Can I come in and like take a look around the office?"
The most fun I've had as an editor again is, I don't know, it's just been drinking beer with my other photo editors. That's been really fun. I feel like we've just gotten to bond a lot over alcohol.
I'm sorry, copy. The most fun I've had as a copy editor was when I was taking photos.
I think it was pretty cool at the party after the EIC hearing. Kate was being really cool, and she did the beer bong thing. She's of age, right? It's legal for her to do that.
Probably the time that Emily and I were going out, but Colin didn't know, so Audrey made a bet with him that she could get us to make out at the party, and then she made us make out at the party.
It's the time that Jack Rosner got me to drink about 7 shots of absinthe, and then I woke up the next morning on Bruin Walk, lying on the floor, and then apparently in the meantime we had gone to dance marathon, and I had gotten escorted out by security.